Hey guys, John here. No mailbag this week because we were all too hungover from Aaron's bachelor party, but we do want some correspondence of a more immediate nature. We're thinking of moving the show from Friday to the following Monday. Most of our views don't start really coming in until Monday anyway, and we found Friday is a little crowded when it comes to podcasts. Speaking personally, I've got some weeks 2 and some weeks 3 other shows that I have to listen to besides ours when it goes up on Friday. So let us know what you think. We're going to test it out with the next episode, and we'll see how it goes from there. If you have any thoughts on it, one way or the other, either leave a YouTube comment, send us a tweet, send us a message on Blue Sky, whatever those are called, or I'll leave it as the question in the Spotify version as well. Actually use that thing for once. Alright, back to the episode that Aaron edited and I haven't heard yet.
Oh, you know what's really good? I could go for another one after this recording. A spice.
Yes, I too endorse that particular brand of ice.
I'm pretty sure you actually prefer ice.
Yes. This product is a product I endorse. On my hat.
I see. Well...
Hey! Paisanos, it's the... Excuse me, Princess Super Show!
Welcome back to the Excuse Me, Princess Super Show. My name is Aaron.
My name is John.
I have recovered from last episode.
That's good. We had to clean the bathroom, but you recovered.
Oh yeah. So, let's get back into it. So, this week, what do we have?
The episodes we're looking at this week is the live-action segment Magician and the cartoon Count Koopula. And as always, if you want to watch these episodes that we're talking about, they can be legally viewed on YouTube at the Wild Brain Superheroes YouTube channel.
Amazon Prime.
And if you buy the DVDs, there's a kitschy charm to it, but only get them for cheap and only get the old releases because the new ones suck.
And I hear a rumor that's still being run in syndicate in Panama.
Really?
Yeah.
In English?
Yes.
Dang.
So, if you're in Panama, feed me the information on whether or not this is true or not.
Yeah. It might make an interesting story.
Yes. Send us it in email, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, regular mail if you have our addresses.
Excuse me.
Also make sure to send John an antihistamine.
Flippin' heck.
An antihistamine.
Yeah. You leave my relatives out of this. Alright, originally aired September 27th, 1989. And, yeah, Magician.
Okay. So, did you like Magic's Magic? No? Well, how would you like a better version of that? Because, surprise, we have a better version.
This one has an actual magician in person.
Yes. Who shows up. Doesn't really do much magic other than the magic of editing.
That's true, but you know what? It's kind of worth it for the appearance as it is.
So, following Magic's Magic, Luigi is trying to be a magician.
Yeah, that way the shoe will be on the other foot next time he sees Magic Johnson.
If that happens, if he returns.
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
But, he got a letter from Harry Blackstone Jr. saying that if he's ever in the neighborhood, he'll stop by.
Yeah, he was responding to Luigi's fan mail.
And, surprise, he stopped by. He appeared.
Yeah, in a puff of smoke and a little green-screened Roman candle spark.
Yes. So, with that, he asked Luigi how the magic is going, and Luigi is going, oh no, it's not going that well.
I just can't get things to disappear.
So, Blackstone asks him to demonstrate what he's doing. So he takes a basketball with the Spalding logo taped off, puts it under a napkin, and goes woo woo disappear.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Something like that. Something eerily similar and entirely dissimilar to that. But it doesn't work.
So, Blackstone said, "Oh no, you have the words wrong. Wooshy wishy, moose moose moose, make this basketball
Vamoose." And then it does. It just kind of disappears. With the table napkin, cloth napkin over it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were going to have a trapdoor table and it would... But no, they just take it away and start the camera again.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. But then why cover it with the thing at all? Because the whole idea of that is to lift up the thing and have it be gone.
Well, it's to protect Blackstone's secrets.
Sure. That makes sense. But anyway, Luigi's overjoyed, and Blackstone's got to hit the bricks because he is on his way...
For a date or to kill a man, one of the two.
Yeah, he has something else going on.
Yeah.
And, yeah. We cut to the cartoon at that point, and we cut back, and Luigi is being insufferable.
Yeah, making oranges disappear, and then Mario challenges him to make him disappear. Now note, at this time, we've only seen things disappear.
Yeah, Blackstone even warned Luigi not to play around with those magic words.
So...
It's funny to see Luigi be the irresponsible one for once, instead of always cleaning up after Mario.
Yeah, usually Luigi is a smart one, like with the noodle trick.
Yeah. But anyway, so he throws the napkin over Mario's head, says the magic words, and Mario disappears.
Yes.
And Mario's like, okay, big shot, fine, you win. Make me reappear.
It's like, I don't know how to do that. It's beyond my pay grade. I don't care.
Yeah, Luigi never learned how to make things reappear because he had never figured out how to make them disappear.
And really, why would I want to make things reappear after I get rid of them?
Yeah, I never learned how to put the car in park because I never learned how to drive.
Yeah. I made things disappear so that they were no longer my problem.
Yeah. So Mario starts beating the crap out of Luigi invisibly.
Yeah, with rolling face of Mario showing that Luigi's being hit.
Yeah, I like they get more and more clever with the use of that screen transition.
Yes.
And then Luigi is Luigi's standing there leaning on an invisible Mario, and Mario says, "I don't care if I can get into the movies for free. Make me reappear." And Luigi says, "Well, calm down and watch these clips from this week's Legend of Zelda."
And we now know exactly which Legend of Zelda it is.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you, but...
we'll tell you in 4 weeks' time.
It's an interesting one. But anyway,
this secret is sealed with a kiss.
Oh, dip. So, we cut back, and Blackstone is there, because Luigi said to get him to help, because he's like, yo, I made Mario disappear. Help a brother out. And Blackstone teaches him the other magic words.
Which ends in please. Bringing back to Magic's magic.
Yeah, except it's not pronounced police. Like
or
it is
police.
There. Or police. But anyway, it's like something pair. Please make Mario a pair.
Reappear,
that's it. He says, hey, I'm a magician, not a poet.
Yes.
Then Mario comes back. And Luigi is overjoyed because it's hard having an invisible brother with a mean right hook.
Mm-hmm.
And they all laugh and do the Mario.
Yeah.
After the commercial break.
I think this is the first one in a while where the guest... No.
The robot lady did the Mario.
No, she didn't.
Well, okay, but she was there.
Yeah, but, and I know that...
the reporter did, and the monster did the Mario.
David Horowitz.
Yeah. I wouldn't
David, the guy who was in the hostage situation,
I wouldn't do
did the Mario.
I wouldn't do the Mario if you put a gun to my head.
Oh. That was in poor taste.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep it in here because sometimes we just need to put John in his place.
Oh, thanks. So, what do you have to say about the magician, Harry Blackstone Jr.?
Okay, so Harry Blackstone Jr. was played by Harry Blackstone Jr. He comes from a line of musicians. His father was Harry Blackstone Sr.
Did you mean to say musicians?
No, I meant to say magicians.
I just thought I'd ask.
Sometimes Aaron has to be put in his place.
Aye.
But one of the things that he's credited for is pulling out 80,000 rabbits from his sleeves and hats. That's a lot of rabbits, but it was always the same sleeve and hats, like throughout the entire time. Yeah. I'm sure of it. He never changed his clothes.
It was a long day.
So he was born in Three Rivers, Michigan, June 30th, 1934. He lived to the age of 62, died May 14th, 1997 of prostate cancer.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It really is. And he's not the first person in this podcast to die of prostate cancer.
Let's all go to the mountains, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, real quick segue. Adolfo Quinones, Shavadu.
Yeah.
When we recorded the episode, your source had said his cause of death was unknown. I've since found out it was that arterial sclerosis, the same thing that the first Doctor actor died of.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to know as well.
It's just a piece of trivia, if nothing else.
Yeah. Fix our mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Lots of people were sending in their Shabadoo corrections. Draft your tweets, people. But this guy, he was a magician. Any notable appearances?
Oh, yeah, there's a few, but let's start with what happened after his death.
Oh. It's almost Easter.
Yeah. At least when we're recording this.
Yeah, it'll be just after Easter.
It will be quite a bit after Easter when this goes live.
Uh-huh.
After his death, much of his performance equipment was sold off into highly publicized auctions. And his equipment was scattered across the world to collectors.
That's what happened when they killed Star Trek, too.
And David Copperfield houses the Tire Vanish, which was performed by his father, Mr. Blackstone Jr. or Senior.
Yeah.
Time traveler as well.
Hmm.
So, I guess now we talk about what other things he has been in. Let's go with some of the TV things he's been in. Do you know that he's in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Yes.
Do you know that he was Dr. Nolan in Mandrake?
Now, is that Mandrake the magician or someone else called Mandrake?
Mandrake, the magician.
Mandrake.
Mandrake.
That's one for the old schools out there.
Mandrake.
Defenders of the Earth.
He was in Santa Barbara as Dr. Mephisto. Out of This World as Harry Blackstone. Magistkt. Magistkt.
Oh, okay.
Magistkt. And the 1993 Disney's Night of Magic. So,
no idea.
maybe we'll watch it one day. Probably not, but maybe.
Probably not. If we haven't watched that Larry Gilman...
Alice in Wonderland, an adult
thing?
Musical parody.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, shall we transition our way into the cartoon?
Well, no, not yet. We haven't even really talked about how we enjoyed this one.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
You forget yourself.
I do. I keep doing that. I liked this one, actually.
You know what? So did I. I feel like this was redemption for Magic's Magic.
Yeah.
Which is bottom third, and I feel like this is definitely in the top third. Like, I put it above Frankenstein.
Yes. Yeah, I'd put it above Frankenstein. It's kind of hovering around Better than Ratigator Dundee or
Yeah.
Alligator Dundee, which, is that male third? Or
Yeah, I think that's middle third.
the problem is the longer we keep this gimmick up, the harder it is to remember. Because we're not writing it down.
No.
But it's up in that area.
It was fun. It was delightful. It was good for kids.
Yeah.
It's not like Shares where it was inappropriate.
Yeah.
Didn't resonate.
No, there's half a
Empty.
chance kids would have seen this guy on TV once or twice.
Or seen his show live in Brooklyn.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
No, but so you like this one too, you said?
Yeah, it was good. It was harmless fun. Like, it was fun. It was genuinely a good thing to watch, and, like, I wouldn't be driven to drink from it.
No, that was entirely unrelated.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I liked it too.
All right. I think now is a good time to talk about absolutely nothing related to this show. John, how do you like socks?
They're comfy and easy to wear.
And how do you like shorts?
I'm a little too old for shorts. Except when I was in Disneyland.
What
Because
about
they were the
YouTube
only
shorts?
thing. I do like YouTube shorts. And if you want to see YouTube shorts that are best of clips of this show, they're up on our YouTube channel and TikTok every Wednesday. And if you're on YouTube, please make sure you like and subscribe.
And if you're listening to this on a podcast app that allows you to rate it, please give us at least 5 stars. Or be honest, one of the two.
I'd prefer you give us the 5 stars. Kindness don't feed the bulldog. But yeah, help us climb up the charts, find more listeners, and then it won't be such an echo chamber.
Yeah. And at this point, you will have already heard some of our mailbag segments. We are going to try to continue those depending on what happens.
Yep, we'll see how she goes. Erin's got a vacation coming up fairly soon, but we should be able to front load some of this stuff. Speaking of echoes, the cartoon is Count Koopula. And it's almost exactly what you think, but with a few twists.
Yeah, I'm still washing the vomit out of my mouth.
Yeah. No, I'll just get this out of the way now. It was written by Phil Harnage again. So Butch Mario, Cold Spells, and Toad Warriors. We're 3 into his, 11 episode run. So you'll be getting a lot of Phil Harnage.
Should we at one point marathon just the Phil Harnage things and see how it works as a story altogether?
That's an interesting idea, especially if we keep his Zelda stories in it.
Yes.
We'll keep that in mind. But in the meantime, the Mario crew are running through a spooky forest in the land of Turtlevania. But it's raining, and they're cold and wet and hungry, and Mario's hoarding what's left of the food because they're his leftovers.
Doesn't matter that he's had 3 helpings and everyone else only had 1.
Yeah, Mario, he's kind of a jerk when it comes to his pasta. But,
There wasn't even any pasta power here.
no. Well, probably because they had so little of it. But they're hoping to find a motel, just somewhere to stay. And meanwhile, in the castle, watching them through a telescope is Count Koopula. And we're hitting one of those moments again, where Koopa, not only has he assumed a new alias, but he actually is a vampire.
Yes.
A tomato juice drinking vampire, or tomato sauce, like all of them are in this episode. But it's never explained how he became so, and I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. He doesn't lose his powers at the end, and they never show up again. It's just inexplicable, like how he was in space, or how he was a giant on the beanstalk.
Are you talking about whether or not this is lore or filler?
We'll get back to that after the synopsis. But anyway, Mouser, who is going by Mouse Igor, or Mouse Igor, is, he doesn't tell him they're there, but he's ordered to prep the dungeons for the guests that'll soon be coming. And then Koopa sends a tweeter with fangs to go and lure the Mario crew there.
And the way that he does that?
steal their pasta.
So there are two things, and I want to save one part for this.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, good work on the animators on not making Luigi a pervert. There's a perfect opportunity for that. The whatchamacallit that steals the pasta.
Oh, the tweeter?
So Mario holds on to it. Then Toad holds on to Mario. Then Toadstool holds on to Toad.
One of them is a princess.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you which one.
And then Luigi grabs on, but...
You'd think that the way it was going, it looked like they were forming a chain upwards. It's like, oh no, this is going to be problematic.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Like in that Felix the Cat movie.
So, Toadstool grabs one of Toad's legs. Luigi grabs another of Toad's legs. And then the tweeter keeps on flying up, and Toad stretches.
Yeah, which is actually foreshadowing for something that happens later in the episode. I realize right this moment. But eventually they lose their grip, and they have to follow the tweeter to the castle, which they're not all that fussed about, but...
They get out of the rain, and they're happy about that.
Yeah. What was it? Was it Luigi who said, I don't want to go in that place? And Mario said, you'd rather sleep in the rain? And they all go in, and they're invited by Mouse Igor, he's got a phony hunchback and a cloak hiding his identity. And he leads them all to their rooms, which are...
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Doors, but on the way, Luigi is freaked out by paintings with moving eyes, which conveniently go away when he tries to show it to everyone else, but they're being spied on. And yeah, Toadstool is thrown in one room, the Mario Brothers in the next, and Toad in the last one, but he almost immediately cottons on that something's up when Mouse Igor gives him a shove and says, get in there, Toad. And he's like, wait, how do you know my name? And then he rushes him and learns that it's Mouser under there. So this is a weird bridge crossing moment where we realize just because the bad guys have changed their aliases doesn't mean they're like different ones, which we kind of already knew, but sometimes it's treated as if they've always been that. But no, this is regular Mouser in a getup. So it's just a commitment to the bit, which from King Koopa was committing to having himself bitten by a vampire. Or maybe he was bitten and he just decided to roll with it. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Although, the episode shows there's other ways to be turned supernatural.
Yes.
But anyway.
It might just be a Zona-related power.
Maybe.
Maybe spending so many nights in the hotel gave him the power of drinking tomato juice.
What hotel? He's in a castle.
He turned it into a hotel.
I think that was a dodge. But anyway, the Toad does get locked in, but after having an argument with a talking head statue on the wall, gives it a pull and finds out that it opens a secret door.
Into a secret cavern.
Yeah.
Into everyone else's rooms.
Yeah.
Which is a giant invasion of privacy, and boy, do we have words for Toad.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's up to the homeowner. Please stop playing with my soup. Now, we cut to the Mario Brothers before Toad gets to them, and Mario pulls out another to-go container full of pasta. It's his emergency ravioli. But the tomato sauce-sucking tweeter from before drops down from the ceiling, sticks his fangs in the to-go box, and drinks all the sauce out of it, leaving a bite mark. A bite mark with a trail of red sauce. That it's like, okay, they're going to use tomato sauce for blood in this.
Yes.
But also the box is empty of the ravioli that was supposedly in there, unless it was just all sauce. Which
everyone has that one relative that makes their pasta with nothing but sauce.
It's true. And that's when Toad barges in and rescues them, and then they head in and rescue Princess Toadstool.
Air
or
quotes.
so they think.
So,
but then Count Koopula decides to stand in the door dramatically, because he is being Dracula after all.
And Mouse Igor comes through the hidden passage as well.
Yeah, having presumably followed Toad down the line.
I can't remember how they got rid of Mousagor.
I don't remember.
But after they got dealt with Mousagor, fantastically, amazingly, totally relevant to the story, Mousagor is gone. Just for a little bit. Don't worry. He'll come back. Count Koopula stays in the doorway as they slam the door on him.
Yeah, because they didn't animate him reacting to it. And we got some start and stop, everyone standing still until they're not stuff this week.
The reason I believe Koopa didn't enter is because he wasn't invited in.
Yeah, if he really is a vampire, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Which Aaron was the first one to twig to. But anyway, they find They run down... How did they get down to the royal... The kitchen or whatever? Did they just run there down the passageway?
Yeah, the hidden passageway.
Yeah. And they find themselves in a kitchen with all this tomato sauce that's being... Or pasta sauce or whatever. That's being bottled within the castle.
Yeah, it was 1989 Marinara.
Good
which,
year.
At this point, would be 35 years old.
Something like that.
Back then, it would have been just bottled that year, so it still would have been good and not full of mold.
Yeah. But they look out the window, and they see Count Koopula, Mousagor, I think, and four at first, Koopa Troopas. And Koopa commands them to stare into the moonlight.
This is a perfect time to talk about the cover.
Because as the Koopa Troopas start to transform into were-turtles, an interesting cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller starts playing.
Behold the full moon!
It's just midnight. People's lurking in the dark. Start to freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed.
He's turning them into weird turtles. You can do what you want with the faucet freaks, but don't hurt.
Thank you again, the Super Mario Brothers HQ Super Channel, YouTube channel.
Those guys.
For doing all the hard work for us, so we didn't have to.
Yeah. The Super Mario Brothers Super HQ channel on YouTube, link in the description below. And it's an interesting cover, because they go for the single female voice main singer route, which is an interesting way to adapt Michael Jackson. It's not bad, but she's a bit weak.
A little bit, but it's
vocally.
It's still a better cover than Great Balls of Fire.
True. But it's definitely not the best cover of Thriller I've ever heard.
And not even on the same level as Danger Zone.
No. Not even close. That one was ripping.
Yeah.
But they've got some sort of sinister voice doing the Vincent Price monologue, but it's hard to hear over the dialogue, as you've probably already heard already, depending how much of it we play. And as the were-turtles bust in, there's suddenly 6 of them at some point in the episode. But Toad comes up with the idea once again. He starts grabbing the pasta sauce and spraying it all over the floor at the bottom of the stairs so that the were-turtles slip as they come crashing through the door.
Right in and die. 100% just covered in blood. It's gruesome. It's terrible. Each one of them is dead.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Rest in peace, were-turtles. You will be remembered. Play I Will Remember You by whoever that was.
We better not. But anyway, so at least one of them gets up, and what is it Toad says? "You naughty were-turtle, you've been hitting the sauce. Well, have some more." And chucks the bottle in its mouth to knock it backwards. And then they find a trapdoor in the floor. Luigi complains that it's full of cobwebs, but we can't see any.
Just because we can't see things doesn't mean that doesn't happen.
Very well. But as it stands, there weren't any drawn. But they chuck down, and it's a chute to the basement. And there they find a conveyor belt covered in tomatoes.
With Goombas jumping on the tomatoes that are zombie Goombas.
They're zombie Goombas. And they're making tomato sauce. So the crew figured they can just slip by because the zombies are not really paying attention.
And Mario is an idiot.
Again, he crawls up to the pasta pit and gives it a try and says it needs more garlic.
And if he just kept his mouth shut, they could have escaped. It could have been fine. They could have come back in the morning with a better plan.
Yeah, with like hiring a Belmont.
Yeah.
But as it happens, they get chased by the Goombas.
Get caught somehow.
Yeah, caught somehow.
I think it was, Turtle?
Yeah, they showed up and surrounded
Yeah.
them again. That's where there was 6 suddenly instead of the original 4.
And, brought them into a torture chamber.
Yeah, an actual Dungeness torture chamber. You got Mario getting Chinese water tortured.
Just completely waterboarded.
Yeah, it's more like waterboarding. I don't know why they call it waterboarding. I never get bored of it.
Luigi has really well animated feet being tickled, and it's gross.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate bit of feet stuff.
Yeah.
And then you got Toad, who's on the rack. And if anyone got excited by this, I fear for them.
On whose rack?
Boo. Boo this man. But anyway, Toad comes up with the idea of begging Mouser not to crank him anymore. So Mouser decides to keep spinning, and Toad once again stretches, just like he did at the beginning of the episode, until the mechanism for ratcheting flies off, and Mouser is sent flying by the wheel spinning the opposite direction. So,
Pronounced dead on sight, later to be revealed still alive.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he will come back. I'm sure of it. He's fine, he's just tired.
they're all undead. They're undead tired. And so they realize that Koopa, like a vampire, must be averse to garlic because that's why there wasn't any in the sauce. Now Mario just happens to have garlic in one of his overall pockets, which is pretty on brand. He had emergency pasta sauce in his bike.
And he had spare spaghetti, spare ravioli. Maybe he has spare other things later. Whatever.
Yeah. He's from New York. He should have brought a spare gun.
It was the 80s. It would have been on point.
Yeah. But...
He could have talked with David Horowitz.
Oh, yeah. So they decide to storm Koopa's stronghold and use their garlic breath to keep him at bay and open the shades to the dawning sun, which doesn't make him burst into flames, but does really, really bother him.
Yeah, he just doesn't like the sunlight.
And then he somehow bounces from the floor to the ceiling a couple times and crashes and has his coffin fall on him.
We forgot about... so when Mario pulls out the garlic to hand to people, he's like, eats this, and then immediately eats the garlic they had in his hand.
Yeah, he takes out a single clove of garlic, and then it cuts to another shot, and he's eating it. But everyone, Toad and Luigi also have a clove of garlic, but he only pulled out one.
Yeah.
We thought maybe he was going to break it or something. No. Just somehow everyone had pocket garlic.
Yeah.
And then they fight Koopa, and they got him so battered around that he turns into a bat and flies away and swears revenge. And I guess we just have to assume that for the rest of the show, Koopa is secretly a vampire and just doesn't talk about it anymore. Like Jubilee.
Or he got better. Maybe, like I said, it's a land-specific power that he gains whenever he's in Turtlevania. I get it. You like music.
Yeah. Specifically Castlevania. But, yeah, that's basically it. And there was the ending joke
was they were still hungry, but Mario has emergency Catalini.
Yeah.
And this entire time when he was so worried and got brought to the castle only because of his spaghetti, he had 2 backups. That dumb to get dirty white guy.
Yeah. So, I think it was Princess Toadstool it was Toad who calls him the real pasta sauce sucking vampire.
Yeah.
And they all laugh. And that's it.
Yeah. Fade to black.
Pretty much. So how did you like this episode called Count Koopula? That's it.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't like once it. I don't want to say it pairs well with the live action, but it has the same energy and tone. Well, not tone, but tomes. It feels like it was done in a way that actually complemented each other off of itself.
Like specifically with the magician?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Because, yeah, usually it's just two different things. But that brings us to another point. Continuity-wise. Mario Brothers have dealt with a vampire before, but Luigi was having trouble Mario was having trouble being convinced that anyone was a vampire for at least the first little bit.
Yeah.
Which is a little odd, because they had to get Jim Ward out of their basement.
Yes.
But, whatever. I think Mario probably still thinks he was just a funny exchange student.
Yeah.
With big teeth. But, no, I like this one too. It's a, it's another one of those, here's an excuse to do some vampire stuff. It borrows a bit from the traditional Bram Stoker Dracula bit.
Yeah.
But,
So is it lore or is it filler?
That is filler. It is especially because it's like the real filler that was written because they were overstepping the manga, and now they have to pretend that the character never gained this power-up that they got in the filler. Exactly. Because it never appears again.
That we know of.
Luigi never shoots his bow at the same time that Mario does the wind scar. Except for in one of the movies.
Yeah.
But no, it's fine. It's not one of the bad ones. It's not Mario's Magic Carpet. But it doesn't reach the heights of some of the ones as we've been having lately.
Yeah.
But it sure as hell better than the last episodes.
Which was, Hercules?
Hercules.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll get into the voice cast. Once again, just the core crew. Lou Albano as Mario, Danny Wells as Luigi, Jeannie Elias as Princess Toadstool, John Stalker as Toad Mouser and the Koopa Troopas, and Harvey Atkin as King Koopa and the Talking Head statue.
But who played the Talking Head statue?
Harvey Atkin.
But who played King Koopa?
Harvey Atkin.
And why did he play both?
Why not?
Yeah, fair.
They always do more than one.
Except for, Danny Wells. Slacker.
Yeah, but he played Mushrooms number 4 and 6 in Toad Warriors.
Oh, right.
So it's not like he hasn't done it before. But yeah.
Altogether, actually really good.
Not too bad. I'm going to give it, to get into the ratings now, I'll give it probably a solid 7 pasta sauce sucking... No. I'm going to give it 7 spare spaghettis.
Alright. Well, I do agree with you, but I'm going to give it...
Why don't you ask the person who's sending you those Facebook messages if they agree?
I will. I'm going to give it, 7 dead wereturtles. Out of a possible 6, probable 4.
Yeah.
Bringing it to a total of 10.
7 dead wereturtles. Not to be confused with the middle evolution of Squirtle line.
Oh. I don't get what Blastoise has to do with any of this.
It's a turtle with a cannon on its back. That should just be a given.
I guess you're right.
I know I'm right, but thank you anyway. Alright. Well, but if you want to reach out to the show, email us at excusemesupershow@gmail.com.
Send us smoke signals, not from Fort McMurray though. Please don't.
No. But I mean, if you can see through the smoke on X, we're there at Excuse Me Sup Show.
Send us comments on TikTok. Well, it's still available in the United States at least.
Uh-huh. hit us up on the YouTube channel, leave comments, and like and subscribe, as we've said. I think the YouTube algorithm is favorable to you, even if it just detects you saying that, whether or not people actually do it.
Send us a carrier pigeon. You won't be getting it back, though. I'm keeping it.
And we're also on Facebook at Excuse Me Super Show. You search for the Excuse Me Princess Super Show, and you'll find us. In the description of most of our stuff, there's a link tree that will lead you to all of our other stuff.
Oh, yes.
Now, you want to predict what's going to happen next episode?
You know what? I do want to predict what happens next episode. So next episode, Mario and Luigi, the live action part, they're going to clean up Brooklyn and fight Superman. I don't even know what the name of the episode is, but that's my guess.
Okay. Well, let's see. The episode title is Do You Believe in Magic?
Oh. There better not be a medicine cabinet this time. He better show up. He better put a full day's work in. Or I'm going down to wherever he's living in Los Angeles, knocking on his door and saying, hey, I'm disappointed in you. I will not do that because that would be harassment.
Yeah, what the hell, Irving?
Yeah.
So I assume that means that you assume that means Magic Johnson's showing up again.
Oh.
I'm not even going to pretend that you're wrong, but I don't know the rest.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since we kicked the dust up in the bottom third. Okay.
Not that long. Cher's Poochie was only like 5 episodes ago.
True, but we recorded it like 2 months ago.
Oh.
All right. And the cartoon is called Pirates of Koopa.
Oh. I'm still pissed off about Magic Johnson coming back. I'm sorry, I'm not willing to let this go.
That's fair.
I'm so disappointed in that episode. It didn't add anything. We just had a redemption arc.
Yeah.
We just had it so that the problems with Magic's magic was resolved with Magician. An actual magician who came to teach Luigi magic and not just torment them and be heinous.
Yeah. So we'll see how Magic Johnson handles it again. In the meantime, Pirates of Koopa, I think we kind of know. I don't think it's Captain Hook. I think it's a different type.
They are going to end up pirating the Super Mario Super Show because if would you steal a car? Would you download a car?
Would you steal a 30-year-old TV show you can watch for free anyway because you need to make YouTube clips of it?
Oh.
You wouldn't download a dinosaur.
I sure as hell would.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
So Koopa's gonna be pirating TV, is your prediction.
He's gonna be going into the movie theater with
with the cell phone. And
not a cell phone, like a full-on, over-the-shoulder camcorder of the 80s.
That makes sense. But he's still gonna look like that guy from in my local theater. For about the last 15 years, they've had the same short advocating against illegally filming movies. If I can find it on YouTube, I'll link to it. But basically, it shows a guy who... there's a guy who talks on his cell phone and says, "This is obnoxious." There's somebody who won't stop talking and says, "This is rude." And then it shows a guy in a gray hoodie holding his phone up to record the movie, and it says, "This is illegal." It's like, oh, okay.
I'll make sure to leave my phone at home when I go to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, so...
God dang it. Okay, we're calling production here. The Excuse Me Super Show will be ending on this episode. I can't handle Irving. Alright, kid. We'll do another episode. But so help me, I hope this is the last time we see magic.
Johnson.
That too.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Johnson's either.
Well, we'll find out what kind of Johnsons we see. But I've been John.
Oh, I've been seriously disappointed.
And until next time, everybody.
Do the Mario.
Stop kicking the desk.
I'm sorry.
I know the chair doesn't have wheels on it, but come on.